Hello everyone, welcome to the most natural, most realistic brown lenses that you will find online worldwide available to you. So as you guys know, this channel is all about reviewing color contact lenses, and I have reviewed so many companies and so many pairs, I can't even keep track of brown color contact lenses, and I've come up with the top 20 pairs that I feel look the most natural and realistic. And when I say natural and realistic, I mean there's gonna be no bug eye effect. I know it's kind of overkill that I talk about this in every video, but the bug eye effect is where the pupil hole is poorly designed and it looks like you have like literal punch holes in the pupil. So then it makes you look like you have crooked eyes or a lazy eye or fish eyes. A lot of lenses are designed this way, unfortunately, and that is a dead giveaway that you are wearing color contacts. So all of these pairs that I'm going to be talking about don't have that fake look at all, and you can come up really close like this and nobody would know you're wearing colored lenses because you wouldn't have that bug eye effect. So I'm really excited. This is my 2021 edition for Best Brown Contacts, and I'm gonna go through all the pairs by company. So the first company that I'm gonna be talking about is ColorCL. ColorCL offers 7 pairs of brown lenses that do not look fake. So let's get started. The first pair that I love is called ColorCL Crystal Halo Amber. This is a gorgeous pair of glowing eye brown lenses. I recommend these lenses for both medium and dark brown eyes. They have enough pigment. They look so realistic because the pupil hole is so beautifully blended and it blends beautifully with any kind of brown iris. And I really love the patterning on these lenses as well. There's a lot of streaks and striations to mimic a natural iris. And also the graphic diameter is larger, so these lenses will make your eyes look larger and rounder. My favorite thing about these lenses is the high pigmentation combined with the really well-designed pupil hole to overall give you a very natural look, but at the same time still make your eyes pop and stand out. So if you love those really bright brown lenses that make your eyes look like they're glowing, you will absolutely love this ColorCL Halo Amber, and that is what I'm wearing right now in this video in case you guys are wondering. I wear these lenses all the time if I want to get dolled up and I want sort of a warm toned look. Then I'll pop these in and look how much they make my eyes stand out, but not in a fake way. Next is the ColorCL Crystal Halo Brown. This is a little bit more of a toned down brown lens if you don't want your eyes to be as bright as the Halo Amber, and they're more on the cooler side. So they're still quite pigmented, they're still enlarging, they still don't have the bug eye effect, but you'll notice that the color is different. And these are more of a mid-tone brown with a gray undertone. So this is really gonna suit those with cooler skin tones who want a little bit more of a toned down brown lens that isn't as like bright as this Halo Amber. The next color is their classic Siesta Original Cinnamon. This has been a best-selling brown lens for ColorCL for years, and that is for good reason. These are a really pair of classic light hazel lenses that again don't look fake. They did an amazing job with the design and the pixelation and the pupil hole design. These have little black specks in the center to break up the pupil hole and make the blending look more realistic. And then it's all a one color gradient with these lenses. There's no multiple colors. It's that one beautiful color of that really light brown with an orange undertone, and that's what gives the glowing eye effect. And no limbo ring on these lenses. Next is their Iris Hazel. I am obsessed. Their Iris Hazel is one of my favorite low-key brown lenses. It looks a lot like the Halo Amber, only it's more toned down and more subtle. So it's got a very similar color style. It's that really light brown with the orange undertone, so it still really brightens and lightens the eyes, but it has a smaller graphic diameter, so if you don't like the enlarging effect, it's a smaller graphic diameter and just not as pigmented. So I highly recommend these lenses for those with medium brown eyes that are just looking to subtly lighten their eyes and give them a subtle brightening effect. I absolutely love, love, love the Crystal Iris Hazel. I wear them all the time, especially on days when I want to have sort of a natural makeup day. Always rock them. And they look beautiful on warm skin tones, caramel, brown, and yellow skin tones. Next lens I want to talk about, and I feel like this lens is so underrated. No one talks about it, but it's kind of a hidden gem in the ColorCL selection. It is the Tint Bling Brown. These are absolutely beautiful lenses. They're so beautiful. And again, they're not really talked about, but they look very natural. They have an open pupil hole design. The pupil hole is fairly blended, so again, you're not gonna have that bug eye effect look. They are lighter though, and they're more on sort of the golden yellow spectrum of brown. So they have a little bit more of a yellowish undertone. They really are quite brightening, so I really recommend them for those with dark brown eyes. And then if you come up really, really close, you'll see that there is actually a little bit of green around the limbal ring to enhance that brightening effect. And then there is a subtle layer of sparkles over top. Very subtle though, it's not like these are gonna look like cosplay lenses by any means. And it just gives an extra sheen to these lenses. I strongly recommend these lenses if you're looking for a brighter pair, a little bit brighter than the other lenses I talked about, with a little extra sheen, and then a little extra color with that green in there. These lenses are actually quarterly lenses. I think they last 3 months, and they are, I think they're $9 or $11 per prescription pair. I mean, can you really go wrong with that price? So on top of being super natural and high quality, they're also really affordable. Next is their Crystal Brown. This is a classic Hazel lens. I see this lens design offered by so many different companies, but I wanted to mention it because, like I say in a lot of my videos, ColorCL is probably the most affordable prescription color contact company that you're going to come across online. So they do offer a classic pair of light hazel lenses. These lenses have no extra color gradient or patterning really going on. It's a very simple, smooth color gradient design. And it's going to suit those that are looking for just a classic pair of hazel lenses that are going to make your eyes look a light sandy brown. These lenses make your eyes look kind of like just like a light sandy brown. There's no limbal ring, and the pupil hole is really well designed, and I highly, highly recommend these lenses for those with very dark brown eyes because they're pigmented, but they don't look fake. Next is the Crystal Hazel. So they're very similar to the Crystal Brown. However, they're a little bit more cool toned. They have a little bit more of a gray undertone, so they're more of like the sandy gray color. So I always say if you have very dark brown eyes, you're looking for a pair of classic Hazel lenses, and you have a warm skin tone, go with the Crystal Brown. But if you have a cooler skin tone, go with the Crystal Hazel. Choose a lens that's going to suit your skin tone the most. And last but not least from ColorCL is their newest release, and this is called the Iris Cocoa. These are again an extremely, extremely subtle pair of brown lenses, probably the most subtle pair that I will be talking about in this video. They are an iris style lens, so very, very imperceptible. I always say that the Iris collection from ColorCL is the most natural and subtle you will find on the market today. And so they just added this new Iris Cocoa color to that line, and it is the most subtle brown lens that I have ever seen. However, it does lighten a brown eye a few shades, and it gives it sort of a gray, romantic brownie hue. Lightens the eyes a little bit, gives you a little bit of a glowing effect. And I think that these are the best low-key brown lenses. So if you're not looking for too bright, you just want something that looks very similar to your natural brown eye color and just is gonna slightly enhance it, then I highly recommend this new Iris Cocoa from ColorCL. So all lenses from ColorCL generally are 6-month lenses available in prescription, aside from the Tint Bling that I mentioned. And they sell for $13.50 US per pair if you use my discount code Danica 10. So that is extremely affordable, and like I said, you're not going to find high quality prescription lenses any more affordable than what ColorCL offers. So that's why I always talk about them first. Next, we're going to be talking about TTDEYE and the best brown lenses that they offer. There's only two that I really feel comfortable recommending to you guys that don't have a bug eye effect and that are going to make your eyes a nice light brown without looking fake. So the first color is their amber brown. This is a super popular but yet underrated lens. No one talks about this lens. It's kind of gotten hidden in their mass variety of lenses that they offer, but whenever someone does try the TTDEYE amber brown, they are in love because they are one of the best brown lenses on the market. So again, this is a simple brown lens. It's got a totally smooth color gradient. It's got no pixelation, and it blends seamlessly and perfectly on top of a brown eye. There's no bug eye effect, and it makes your eyes look like a light glowing brown color. No limbal ring, but again, they're super natural. So if you don't like too much patterning, too much sort of that scrubbed look where there's too much going on in the lens and you want a simple design but still bright and pigmented, you'll love the amber brown. And the next color that I recommend for medium brown eyes specifically is the TTDEYE Spanish brown. These are probably my most favorite brown lenses of all the brown lenses I've tried. I love them. They look incredibly natural. You can wear them out with no makeup. People will just think that you have super gorgeous, bright brown eyes. And I mean like really bright. My favorite thing about these lenses is that they are very bright, but they still somehow did something with the opacity and the pupil hole design to not make them look fake. So the pupil hole is so amazingly designed that they made the brightest brown lens possible without looking fake. And I really think this is an amazing feat to accomplish sort of in the color contact design world. These lenses are a very bright brown with a yellow undertone. So they give your eyes a golden brown look. So if you have medium brown eyes and you kind of want that golden brown look as opposed to the orange brown look into this TTDEYE Spanish brown. They're super comfortable, but I do want to warn that they do have a little bit of a smaller graphic diameter. So if you have a larger iris, they might not cover the entire iris. So I would really look into the size of your iris before purchasing these lenses. But if you have average to smaller size irises like my iris is, you're gonna have no problem with these lenses. But like I said, this is my ultimate favorite pair of brown lenses. If you have medium brown eyes, if you have dark brown eyes, they're not going to show up as much, but they still will brighten your eyes, I think. All TTDEYE lenses are yearly lenses available in prescription, and they're usually around $35-ish US per prescription pair. That's still extremely affordable. And if you use my discount code LyraScotch with a Z, you can save 10% while you shop. And I will be linking all of the lenses in my description along with the discount codes for you guys. Next, we are going to be talking about Solotica. Yes, Solotica is not the most affordable, but it is one of the most popular lens companies available to you online. And they have 5 really well-designed brown lenses that I want to recommend to you guys. So the first is their classic Hidrocor Avela. I think these are a beautiful classic pair of Hazel lenses, and they're going to suit both medium and dark brown eyes, but I recommend them more for dark brown eyes. I think they're going to make your eyes pop, and they're going to make them a light sandy brown color. There is very minimal patterning in these lenses. There's just a few subtle streaks to mimic an iris. There's no limbal ring in the Hidrocor line, and the pupil hole is quite feathered, so that's why I recommend them. They don't have a bug eye effect, and they're very pigmented. If you have very dark brown eyes, I always want to point you to Solotica because they have the most pigmented lenses that don't look fake. So if you are struggling with finding lenses that actually show up on your eyes, I'm always going to point you to Solotica because they do have the best pigmented lenses. Next is their Hidrocor Ocre. This is very similar to the Avela, but the Ocre is a little bit brighter, a little bit more pigmented, and a little bit more warm toned. So if you have a warm skin tone, dark, tan, olive, or yellow, then these are really going to suit you really well. And if you have very dark brown eyes, I think you would be very happy with the Ocre. Again, same design as the Hidrocor, smooth color gradient, slight streaks to mimic a natural iris, blended pupil hole, and no limbal ring. Next is their Daily Aquarella Sienna Brown. So these are daily lenses for those of you that prefer that style of lens, and their Sienna Brown is a classic hazel color. It's absolutely beautiful. It's a gray toned brown, again similar to Avela, only I'd say it's more of a deep, richer brown than the Avela. It's not as light. It's got a little bit more depth to it, and then it has the subtle streaks to mimic an iris, no limbal ring, beautifully designed pupil hole. I highly recommend these hazel lenses for those with both medium and very dark brown eyes that are more into daily comfortable lenses, or they just prefer that style. So definitely look into the Aquarella Sienna Brown. Next is their Dandara Hazel. This was part of their most recent release. They released a new Aquarella quarterly series. So if you don't like the yearly lenses from Solotica, because a lot of people are not necessarily fans of the comfort of the yearly Solotica lenses, if you want something more comfortable, then I always point people towards the Aquarella quarterly collection. And they have a gorgeous hazel lens in this new collection called Dandara Hazel, and it's just absolutely stunning. It is an extremely bright hazel lens, one of the lightest hazel lenses I'm going to be talking about in this video. It's almost so light that it almost looks like a gray color actually. So it's like a light sandy brown gray. It's got a little bit more going on with the patterning. It really lightens and brightens the eyes, and again the pupil hole is nice and feathered so you don't get that bug eye effect. I would say if you want like a really light hazel eyed look and you have very dark brown eyes, you would be very happy with this Solotica quarterly Aquarella. And the last lens from Solotica, again this is an overlooked hazel lens, but I think it's one of their best, is their Soflex Natural Ocre. This is a gorgeous pair of, again, cool toned light sandy hazel lenses. They have a slight undertone. It has a beautiful pupil hole design that's going to look great on both medium and brown eyes. And these lenses have a larger graphic diameter, and they actually have a limbal ring as well. And it is a thin mid-tone brown limbal ring just to subtly frame and define the eyes. And so they're gonna look enlarging, they're gonna make your eyes look larger and rounder. And these lenses are monthly lenses available in prescriptions, so they're going to be more on the comfortable side as well. All authentic Solotica lenses are now sold on Solotica.com, and if you use my discount code Danica10, you can save money while you shop with them. Next, I want to talk about Olens. Olens, again, offers some of the best brown lenses available to you online in the world. Let's talk about their Spanish Real Brown. Wow. This is a classic pair of brown lenses. This looks very similar to the TTDEYE Spanish Brown, which is I think where they got the inspiration to create their Spanish line. However, this is kind of the version that's more suited for those with dark brown eyes. So if you love that yellow golden brown color that makes your eyes glow, but you want to look natural, not fake, and you have very dark brown eyes, check out the Olens Spanish Real Hazel. So beautiful. Like, just look at the color gradient of these lenses. Look at the yellow undertone, the strong golden color. Look at the gorgeous patterning and the color gradient changes. It's just a beautifully designed lens. Just gorgeous. I will always promote this lens. Next is one of their more recent releases. They released this line in 2020. This is their Scandi Hazel. It's another gorgeous pair of hazel lenses that Olens offers. I believe they offer this in both monthly and daily versions. And this is more of a cool toned brown, not so much gray. It's more of like a cool toned yellow, I would say. So the Spanish Real Hazel is more of a warm toned yellow, and the Scandi Hazel is more of a cool toned yellow, if that makes sense. And it's got a little bit of a different type of patterning. It's more of a solid patterning as opposed to the streaky striation pattern of the Spanish Real. So depending on your preference, I would compare the two to decide which lens you think will look good on you. I more so recommend the Scandi Hazel for those with very dark brown eyes. Next is one of my personal go-to lenses from Olens. I recommend this color for both medium and dark brown eyes. Trust me, in person, these lenses will look very, very natural and realistic, but very bright. This is the Russian Velvet Brown. Look at these lenses. They are just gorgeous. Again, simple design, and they make your eyes look like our super, super bright hazel color. In person, they're probably one of the brightest lenses I'll be talking about, and that I personally wear. The pupil hole design is so feathered and so opaque that they just don't have any bug eye effects at all. There's no limbal ring on these lenses. They're so bright. They really are on par with like Solotica Hidrocor lenses. Again, way more affordable. And if you're looking for one of the brightest pair of sort of warm toned brown lenses that don't look fake with a simple design, I really think you'll love this Russian Velvet Brown. And last but not least is their Vivi Ring Beige. It's a little bit different. It looks a little bit more bold than the other lenses I've been talking about. But again, it has no bug eye effect, and it gives your eyes sort of a really light beige yellow color, like a really light brown beige yellow color, and it's a solid color. But again, no bug eye effect because they have an amazing pupil hole design on this Vivi ring collection. And then on the outside, you'll see a very prominent black limbal ring to really, really frame and define the eyes. So if you love limbal rings in lenses, this is a great color to look at if you're looking for a bolder hazel lens that's still gonna look natural, but it's gonna frame and define and enlarge your eyes. Check out the Vivi Ring Beige. And last but not least is a newer color contact company called Tintiris. They have been manufacturing in the color contact industry for a number of years now, so I do feel safe recommending them. They have two really, really well-designed, high-quality hazel lenses that I would like to introduce you to. They are the Tintiris Sunrise Ocre. This is a gorgeous classic pair of hazel lenses. They look very similar to the Solotica Avela or Ocre. They are a sandy, warm-toned brown color, smooth color gradient with a little bit of a gray undertone. And they have very, very subtle streaks to mimic an iris and no limbal ring. So really beautiful classic pair of hazel lenses, and I want to introduce them to you guys because they are way more affordable. Tintiris offers yearly lenses for just $21 US per prescription pair, and if you use my discount code Danica30, you can get an additional 30% off these lenses. So that's why I want to share this with you guys, because you're not going to find a pair of more affordable lenses like Solotica dupe style lenses than this Tintiris Sunrise Ocre. Check out the review. I reviewed 9 pairs from this company, and the last pair from this company is called their Hazel Glow. Gorgeous, gorgeous pair of super light hazel lenses. They look very similar to the Olens Spanish Real. They have that beautiful bright golden yellow color. They have a well-designed blended pupil hole for no bug eye effect. Just gorgeous, gorgeous pair of lenses. I do want to mention that this particular color is not available in prescription, but if that's no matter to you, I would look into these because again, of that really affordable price, definitely cannot go wrong with that. So there you guys go. That was 20 pairs or 21 pairs from all of the best lens companies out there available to you guys online. I really hope you all enjoyed this 2021 edition. Let me know which is your favorite. Again, my favorite is the TTDEYE Spanish Brown. That's my favorite, and then probably my second favorite is the ColorCL Iris Hazel, but that's because I really am a fan of the super subtle, super low-key brown lenses. All of the lenses are linked below along with coupon codes as I mentioned, and I'm going to be rolling out all of my 2021 favorite contacts by color. I made a 2021 best gray lenses pretty recently, so I will link it in this in screen right now if you want to check that out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.